Okay, just do it yourself. Thank you. All right. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Rolling? Everybody rolling? Rolling. Rolling. Just for the record, sir, can you state your name, title, and your statement?
My name is John Walker. I'm the Chief of Police of the California City Police Department.
And John is spelled?
Jon. No H.
What do we got today, Chief?
I can only give you a recap of what we've been doing since the 21st of December. Just to give you a recap, as you all know, the 21st of December, we got a call to this location about 5:45 p.m. We were notified that there was 2 missing children, Oren and Orson, both 4 and 3 years old. There was an extensive search in the neighborhood, which produced nothing. We've done several interviews since then. We've had several agencies involved. We've been working nonstop on this thing since the 21st of December till today. As we're still working, we've been working around the clock. We have several agencies involved, like I said, and we're doing our best to locate the kids. So that's all we've got at this time. There are things in the works, but I don't want to taint or compromise the investigation at this time.
How many agencies are working with you on this case?
I would say at this time 4.
We've noticed Bakersfield Police Department cars up here as well, and I understand they've taken some video from some neighbors' homes. How much are they involved in this investigation?
At this point, just peripheral. They're helping us out.
And the FBI?
The same.
Okay. It's been more than a week now since the boys disappeared. It's cold up here. This is desert. In your gut, do you feel these boys are still alive?
I can't comment on that, whether I think they're alive or not. I do suspect foul play. We haven't been able to put together, how the boys got out of the yard or where they've gone.
Chief,
but we're doing our best.
On the Attorney General's website, they have the 2 boys missing.
Yes, sir.
On Oren West, they've got it listed him as a
fractured leg.
A fractured lower left leg as a identifying mark, and that's on Oren West, listed as a fractured lower left leg. Were you aware about that?
No.
Do you believe, any reason to believe that these 2 boys may have been physically abused by their adoptive parents?
I can't rule that out, but I can't comment on that either.
Okay, but there was no knowledge before that Oren West had a fractured lower left leg?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Well, knowing that, what does that tell you, if anything?
I can't comment on that either. I mean, fractured leg can happen, especially with small children, any way possible. I mean, they fall down a lot. So, but I can't.
Why do you suspect foul play in this case?
We have no way of knowing how they got out of the yard. Nothing that shows how they got out of the yard, and if they wandered out of the yard, we don't know.
What message do you have for the community about, how committed they've been to trying to find these 2 boys and how to maintain, how to stay resolute during this time when we still don't know much of anything?
We absolutely appreciate everything from the community. I don't know if you know that first night, there was literally hundreds of people out here looking for them, and we truly appreciate that. I think this whole community is invested in this thing. My department is invested in this thing to the point where, we don't want to give up. We want to locate them any way we possibly can. We're accepting any information that you could possibly give us, any tips. We're following up on everything.
Sir,
yes, sir.
On that note, we've had people ask, should they still look for the boys? It's cold. People have been looking in the night. Should the community still look?
I would never tell anybody to stop. But if they have anything that they could give us, we'll definitely take it.
Where are the parents at this time?
I don't know. I know that I don't know exactly where they are. No.
Did police advise them to get out of the house? Or
No.
A search warrant?
No.
Are they in the house? You don't know?
No.
So, if you guys needed to contact the parents, do you guys have the availability to do that? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are the parents named suspects in this case?
Not at this time.
Chief, as you know,
there are no named suspects at this time.
Well, it's possible that the boys could have been picked up by a complete stranger.
Absolutely.
Isn't it true that in these types of cases, the majority of times, some family member or somebody known to the family is involved in abducting children?
In my experience, it's been very common, yes.
That it's usually a family member?
It could be, yes.
Do you have any of the other 4 kids in custody right now? Are they in police custody?
Oh, the other 4 kids are in protective custody right now. Yes.
And have you questioned them at all?
I can't comment on that right now.
Do you know how old they are? Could you tell us?
I don't want to comment on that either.
Average age?
Just going back to the day these kids were reported missing, just to confirm, that was Monday night, correct?
Monday night,
And-
21st of December.
And who reported them missing?
Parents.
Okay. You guys mentioned that there was a lot of folks left from the backyard. We noticed a lot of tools were used in the backyard. Can you talk about some of the work, what you guys were trying to reveal back there?
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard.
How extensive was the digging in the backyard?
Fairly extensive.
Anything useful turn up?
No.
What message do you have for anyone? I feel like someone out there knows something more that might help you guys move forward in this. What message do you have for someone who knows?
I definitely believe people know. Someone knows, and I would hope that person would come forward. I mean, we got 2 young, I mean, in my opinion, babies that we don't know where they're at, and we can't find them. So if that person or any of those people have any idea where these kids are, or can give us any information that we could follow up, it would be truly appreciated.
It's been over a week. At what point does this become a cold case? Is there still a lot that needs to be?
Oh yeah, it's not even close to becoming a cold case. It's an active investigation. It's going on right now, as we speak. I guarantee you.
What are the steps moving forward for your guys and the other agencies involved?
Just to continue to evaluate all the evidence involved and interview anybody that we think is a person of interest and gather as much intel as we possibly can until we come to a conclusion.
Do you think you're going to go back in the house at any point? You have that search warrant still, right?
It's absolutely possible, yes.
What about the biological parents in Bakersfield? Have they been cooperative in this investigation?
For the most part, yes. Yes.
California City has the 3rd largest land area in the entire state.
That is
There's a lot
correct.
of ground to cover, sprawling desert. Have you guys started combing through the desert yet?
No, we have no reason unless we have any other tips that they could possibly be out in the desert. It's been my experience, especially with small children, you always start from the inside out. You start from where were they seen last. And if we feel that we have enough information and enough evidence to expand out, we absolutely will. But at this point, we have no reason to believe that.
The adoptive father told us that, he wished he could go to every house, knock on the door, see if their kids are inside. From a law enforcement perspective, when you say you want to start from where the kids were last seen, how many neighbors have you guys contacted here? And is it difficult to be able to search inside anywhere like that?
But we've contacted just about everybody in this neighborhood. And, we've talked to everybody in the neighborhood. Just our goal is to basically locate the kids. So if I come to your door and I knock on, hey, have you seen these kids? And then we move to the next, and we move to the next, and move to the next. Unless we have any other information that leads us to the point where we can actually enter their home and look for a child, we can't do that.
So it'll be accurate to say, and I apologize if I'm reiterating this, from every neighbor you guys spoke to, not a single sight of them?
No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they'd seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Ever?
No.
At what point do you guys decide to bring out dogs to try to help out in this investigation?
Done that. It's been done multiple times.
And the canines consistently found that the scent of the children did not leave the house?
Correct.
Just to break that down a little bit, piggybacking off of Perla's thing, when you guys use dogs to search for missing people, if their scent was just even a bit outside of the home, would they actually follow that scent?
Generally, yes. But it all depends on the dog as well. It could be the wind blowing, it could be the dog can't pick up the scent, it could be a lot of things going on, but that's the general idea. That's the hope.
Could you explain how police were able to get a warrant inside the house and retain custody over the rest of the 4 kids? Even 2 of them are biological.
Oh, that's the fact that the kids are missing. That's the easy part. Obtaining the warrant was easy. I mean, we do every warrant search.
You're allowed enough evidence is the kids were missing, and you were able.
That is
to
correct.
get
When you have
over the other 4.
correct.
Chief, could you clarify, though, why the kids were put in protective custody from the parents here?
Anytime anything happens in a household where it involves any kids, all the kids are taken out of the household.
Now, we've noticed DPD here in California City, we've noticed FBI, and we've noticed that several cars have been parked, law enforcement, undercover vehicles have been parked near here, around several streets. Why is that? Can you explain anything?
Oh, we definitely we want to keep an eye on the area, and again, if we ever get any evidence the kids could be anywhere in this neighborhood, and also just to keep an eye on the house and see who comes and goes.
Has there been a human trafficking issue in Cal City or recent cases?
Not that I'm aware of.
And sorry, I just want to go ahead, Perla.
Did the Luminol find anything?
Not that I know of.
I just want to piggyback off of the recent question here. When you say whenever there's a situation involving kids, the other children go into protective custody?
Normally, yes.
Well, from my understanding, we have a lot of missing, persons cases in Bakersfield, and when a parent reports their child missing, the other kids aren't taken away from them. So what circumstances have to be in play in order for the other children of the household to be in protective custody rather than the custody of their parents?
Well, generally, if there's any kind of a juvenile situation where there's been any kind of neglect or any kind of harm to any of the children, we automatically have to take all the other kids out of the house until there's an investigation done by Child Protective Services.
You're saying that based off of that there have been other types of abusive things?
No, I'm not saying there was abuse at all. I'm saying the kids are missing, and we can't put that together. So until we determine one way or the other what happened to the children, the other 4 children are taken out of the home. Now the parents can try to go to Children's Services and get the children back, but that's totally up to Children's Services.
Chief, if somebody wants to come forward with information but they're afraid to come forward publicly, how can they do so anonymously and contact you?
They can call our station, leave a number, leave information, whatever they want to do, and we'll get back to them.
Can't you guys trace a phone number? I mean, if somebody really says, look, I don't want to get involved, but here's information you should know, is there any way they can contact you with being totally anonymous?
Call the station. That's all I can say. That's all I would hope.
Where else are police and agencies searching? Or where are they currently searching? Or do they believe that they're still...
I can't comment on that right now.
Okay.
Can you say you're searching in Bakersfield?
I can't comment on that right now.
How about words for the community? Because obviously there are a lot of signs out on the maiden roadway that are asking, where are these boys at?
Of course.
What are your words to the people that are asking that same question and asking these same questions that we are asking you?
Well, my answer to that is that's my question as well. I want to find these kids as much as anybody else. And so whatever information and we're actively at it. I mean, around the clock. We haven't given up on this thing. We want to keep on it as diligently as we can, because we know the clock's ticking and we really need to find them. So my answer to those people would be, I want to find them as bad as you do. And if you have any information, please come forward and give it to us and we'll follow up.
Chief, you're not a very large police department here, a small police department.
We're very small.
City. How is this case, what impact has it had on your resources?
Huge. I got people that are on their days off coming in. I got people that are supposed to be working days that, I was putting 19, 20 hours in last week myself. So my guys, they're working tirelessly on this thing and not complaining because they want to find these kids as bad as everyone else.
Do you have any reason to believe that the kids are still inside the house?
No.
Even though the canines didn't smell their scent?
No, and I've been in the house multiple times.
And Mr. Walker, just talking about the different agencies helping out, part of it is because to help with manpower, correct?
Correct.
If you could talk about general assignments, the FBI, what aspect of it are they looking at? What aspect is KCSO looking at? Do you guys have those kind of designations on who does what?
Well, basically all the bigger agencies, they have all the other resources like the crime labs and that sort of thing. So they're really helping us out with that, analyzing any evidence we have and any clues that we can come up with. So that's a real big help for us.
Para Telemundo, ¿gusta decir algo en español? Lo que sea, nada más para la gente que esté escuchando, porque hay gente hispana que vive aquí en California City.
Sí.
¿Qué mensaje le tiene usted a la persona, a la comunidad hispana para ayudar encontrar a estos dos niños?
My Spanish is really bad, but yo quiero mucho ayudar, por favor. Dígame, por favor. Llámame, por favor.
Para encontrar a los niños.
Sí, por favor.
¿Piensa usted que los niños están vivos? ¿Piensa usted, do you believe the kids are still alive?
I want to believe that, yes.